Okay, here we are. It is Monday night. Let me just see who's going to jump on here. I jumped on a little early because I'm so excited to get this information out. This is just, this is going to be a fun night. So let me just see who gets on. I know it's not quite 8 o'clock, so let's see. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. You're going to love this Brussels sprouts. I don't know. You're probably going to Atlanta. Get you a stalk of these at Trader Joe's. They only have them once a year. Hey, let's see. Okay. Let's see who all this is. I can't even see everybody. Hey, Roseanne. I was so glad to get y'all's news today about A1C being in the 6s. Listen, folks. Getting your A1C down, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is carbs and insulin. That is life-changing, life-saving, and that's what I want you to do. I love seeing all these folks pop on. I wish I could see your names and see who it is. I really need to get my iPad over here so I can see who all's joining. But I'm going to jump in. Let's see, we've already got about 23 people. Let's see. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Hey. Oh, I can't see. Carly. Yeah, Carla. Yeah. All right, so here's what I'm going to do tonight. I've got about, actually, four varieties of Brussels sprouts that I want to show you. I was so thrilled when I went in Trader Joe's this weekend, and there they were. So once a year, Trader Joe's has these Brussels sprouts on a stalk. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to get one. When I got back to my daughter's house, she had a stalk too, so she gave me one. So here's what I did with this, the first one. All right, found this in Aldi. Yeah, Aldi. This is the Trader Joe's version of a grocery store, and they have a lot of organic stuff. This is avocado oil, 100% pure, and look at it. Watch how it sprays. It's kind of like a foam thing, so you shake it, of course, and then you just spray it on. So that's what I did to this Brussels sprouts. I wish I had a picture of it, what it looked like, but you can just imagine. It was all green, just like a cabbage, okay? I sprayed each one of these sprouts, okay, and I put it in and salted it, flipped it over on this pan, put it in the oven on 375, and I think it was about 20 minutes when they got soft. And the reason I turned it over is I can have you look, I've eaten that many. So here's what you do. You just take you some kitchen shears and you pop it off and you eat it. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Nothing better. Okay. So let me set that aside. Well, actually, I'm going to cut off a few because I'm making a plate here. So I'm just going to cut these off and put them on the plate. This is my mama's china. So this is Ode to Lawana tonight. She loved this china. Everybody loved this china. Well, I probably should have shown it to you first. So here it is. It's got a beautiful, what kind of bird? I don't even know what kind of bird, but it's beautiful. And it stayed in her china cabinet forever, but now it's in my china cabinet, and I just love having it. Okay, so I'm going to leave my fork here. So let me move this out of the way. So remember, avocado spray, which you can use coconut oil or olive oil, whatever, and salt, real salt. Remember, you got to have real salt. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. Now, the other thing that I made to go with this was some fish, and this is some fish I ordered online, and it's halibut, okay? And all I did was I put some avocado oil in this pan, and I put, this is my new favorite thing. I found it at Bilo. It's organic Italian herbs, and it just squirts out, and honestly, some of that stuff has soy and all kind of stuff in it. This really is pretty pure. So I just squirted it out. Oops. I just squirted it out on there because I have a hard time keeping fresh basil. And turn this spider or this pan on, and I put the fish in there and put that on it, and then I just covered it. And the reason I covered it, well, the pan's gone. The reason I covered it is so I didn't have to flip it. That kept the heat in and made it like a little oven in there. So just think about that with your fish and your salmon or whatever. So there we go. I'm going to put that that there. And guess what is on here? I put some butter, okay, after it almost got done. And here is this wonderful juice, au jus, fish juice, whatever, that I'm going to put on there. And honestly, this fish is one of the mildest fish that you could ever have. I did squirt a little lime juice on it. Okay, so that's number 2. All right, so here's the third way that I made Brussels sprouts. So I took this pan. I love these pans. I got them from Belts. They're the Biltmore version. And I cut up about 8 pieces of bacon into little chunks, okay? So that size pieces, I just cut them across. I put them in this pan. I turned it on, and I fried it, okay? It got brown. And then I just dumped a bowl of fresh cut up Brussels sprouts over into that while it was finishing browning. And honestly, you know, it just took them just a couple of minutes. So they are delicious and beautiful. And here's what you could, so I'm going to put them on the plate. This is going to be a green plate, all right? So there we go. Going to move that out of the way. So these are fabulous. If you like bacon with these Brussels sprouts, they're so good. Now here's another version of the Brussels sprout that to me is delicious. It's just not my favorite because I don't like vegetables cooked real done. But this, all I did with these, I cut the Brussels sprouts in half. I put about a 3/4 cup of bone broth in my Instant Pot, turned it on for 14 minutes and a little salt, and they really cook to mush. But some people like them that way. I mean, they just melt in your mouth. You don't even have to chew them. They're just soft. So these are really, really good. I mean, they really are. They have such a good taste. And guess who's eating a bunch of those, okay? So there we go. So that's the 1, 2, third way. And the fourth way is okay, so, I forgot something. Let me show you something. So this is a balsamic glaze. I got this when we went out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. You can take, now this has sugar in it. When you say glaze, you're talking about sugar. But you could take and just drizzle this over these Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh. And, you know, just to add a little something different to it. I mean, you know, that's not a lot of sugar. If you're watching your carbs, you probably got about 4 grams of carbs there. Okay. All right. So the next thing and the last thing of the Brussels sprouts. Now stay tuned because after that I'm going to give you this, and there's 2 pages of it, and this you don't want to miss because this is why you want to do keto and not dirty keto. Okay. All right. So I forgot to tell you on the bacon. I use this Natural Choice because it doesn't have nitrates or nitrites in it, and it has very little sugar. In fact, on the panel on the back, you always want to read your labels, okay? It says not a significant amount of sugar, so they don't even list sugar as one of the nutritional values, but they do list carbs, and so there's a total of actually 0 grams of carbs. So this is going to be one of your better choices for bacon. And what made me really look at the label is while I was frying it, it smelled a little sweet. But this is delicious bacon. So try that. I get that at Walmart, by the way. Okay, so here we go. So this is raw Brussels sprouts, and I have cut them. You've seen them this way. I've cut them in slices, I guess you would say. So I've sliced them, put them in here, and I have made up a dressing. This is actually one of the dressings that's in our app, and my mama loved this dressing. Don't you like my nifty little thing that I got at Kroger? So this is just a salad dressing shaker, and you pop this back and you pour it over. So if you'll give me your email, I'll send you this dressing recipe because you don't want to miss it. If you're in my program, it's in the guides, the recipe guides. So I'm just gonna toss this around with this dressing on it. Now this is a mustard based dressing, okay? Vinegar and mustard, avocado oil, but this is delicious. People that eat this dressing, they always ask me for the recipe. So it's one of my favorites. So let's do this. This is gonna be fun. So here we go. my plate's not looking too, I forgot these Brussels sprouts. Now this, I wouldn't serve all this for a meal, you know, because I'm not gonna have 3 different kinds of Brussels sprouts. But I just wanna show you how you could do it and what could happen. And here's what you could do with your coffee cups. You know, we don't really use these, we use mugs a lot. You could actually take your salad and put it in your coffee cup and sit it right there. Just because it takes less room. If you don't like, I don't have salad plates that go with this china because it's old. So what a great way to have your salad right there. And I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna take a bite because honestly I hadn't tasted it yet. That is so good. And it's got a little sweetness to it. I put a little stevia in it. If you don't like the taste of stevia, you can put a little bit of maple syrup. Don't put sugar, you don't want that stuff in you. But anyway, that is good. And honestly, this fish, I'm trying to eat more fish because of the omega-3s that get rid of the omega-6s. So, I gotta stop. Okay. I'm gonna move this out of the way. So here's what the stalk looks like. So, you know, kind of like a cabbage. All right. So let me say, we'll move all this out of the way, and we're gonna get down to business here about health. All right. So here we go. Let me just move all this. Get you some of this kettle and fire bone broth. This is actually the turmeric ginger variety, and that's what I cook those Brussels sprouts in. They're delicious. I'm just going to say they're about the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had. Okay, so why keto? Well, first of all, it's about longevity. It's about living till the end, and not just living, but living until the very end, and not going downhill. One of my clients recently, I think she's pretty close to 70. She said, you know, all I could see was the end of my life and things just kind of going downhill. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to live until the very end. And to do that, you have to make good food choices. One of the big reasons is because the food industry now is just, there's just so much unhealthy food that's marketed, and our culture is all about sandwiches and hamburgers and fried chicken and you know all that stuff, French fries and you know whatever. So anyway, so here's what I want to say. Why do keto? Because you can. I mean, I've got people in my program 75 years old that've lost 50 pounds on keto. Okay, and it's because they chose to do keto and intermittent fasting, but they chose to do healthy keto. Okay, so here's what keto does. And if you're in my program, I want to see some likes and some loves, okay? Because you've had it happen to you. First of all, it gets rid of cravings. Yeah. I mean, occasionally I'll have a chocolate craving, but honestly, I don't really crave anything. All right? You get results. Okay, yeah, I see you. Liking and loving it. You get results. So why do you get results on keto? The reason you get results is because ketosis, which is fat burning, corrects your insulin, which insulin, that fat you have around the middle, is where you have drawn on your body to pull out more insulin, to cause your pancreas to get more active, okay, and produce more insulin, because what the insulin does, it's a normal thing, what the insulin does is it breaks down the sugar. Okay, so your brain, you put the sugar in your body, it goes into your blood, your brain says to your pancreas, release insulin to break up the sugar, okay? All right, so keto works, but the reason keto works is not because of the fats. That was the Atkins diet, okay? Yeah, eating fats. The reason it works is because you're decreasing your carbs and you're pulling on insulin less. You're giving your pancreas a break, okay? So for all those people that have fat around the middle, you start on keto, you're gonna give your pancreas a break. And here's what happened to me today. I got a text from one of my clients, and I believe she's on here tonight, I think so. that they went to see their endocrinologist, and for the first time in 2 years after having pancreatitis, his A1C is down in the sixes. Do you know what great news that to me has made every video ever done, every piece of work, everything I've ever done worth it, because he's now gonna have a life without insulin, and it's just amazing. Okay, so it's about decreasing your carbs, because when you decrease your carbs, you decrease your insulin. Okay, so here's what happens when you decrease your insulin. You strip the visceral fat out of your body. You strip the fat from around your liver, okay? If you took a cross-section of you, if you've got fat around the middle, there would be fat all around your liver, okay? And you strip fat of the other organs. So today I posted a picture of one of my clients. She just sent it to me randomly. She said, look at this. She's lost, I think it's 16 pounds, maybe it's 13, 16 pounds, but her stomach is just like gone. And I'm like, gosh, you look like you've lost 25 pounds. But what's happened is she has stripped her internal organs of fat, and her belly is going to be flat. And that's how you get a flat belly. I have so many women say, I want to get rid of this belly. Well, you do it by doing keto and intermittent fasting, okay? All right, so here we go. So now I'm going to flip over, all right? I'm switching here. I'm going to talk about, well, hold on. I'm not quite ready for that. All right, so why not do dirty keto? Well, dirty keto is where you just lower your carbs, but you eat anything. Like you eat bacon with nitrites, you eat beef jerky, you eat sausage with nitrites, you drink Diet Cokes, you just eat any food that's low carb, okay? And I've seen that, I've watched it over the years, and people do lose weight on that, but when they lose weight, they age. Have you seen people that aged when they lost weight? And it's because their skin wrinkles up. But the reason it doesn't get clear like mine did, I mean, I have people all the time ask me, did you have a facelift? I'm like, no. And honestly, when I first started losing weight, I thought, oh my gosh, my neck's going to be wrinkled. But it actually smoothed out. And no, I haven't had a facelift. I just got healthy. Okay, so here we go. So what you're doing when you go on clean keto, healthy keto, is you clean the pump, okay? You get rid of the free radicals, which free radicals are, even when I eat this Brussels sprouts, my body is going to produce free radicals. It's the excess, it's the refuse from food being broken down, okay? Some of it goes out your body through your colon, but some of it actually goes into your cells. So what the intermittent fasting does and the keto does is it helps your body cleanse itself, okay? All right, so here's what happens. When you burn fat, you release less carbon dioxide, okay? Which means, this is news to some of y'all, it was to me, that you're gonna have more oxygen in your body and you're gonna have more energy. So you're gonna have more energy to work out, you're gonna have more energy to do your job, you're just gonna have more energy. Less carbon dioxide, more energy, okay? Now, if you're on a high carb diet, which most people are, they're eating bread for breakfast, they're eating bread for lunch, they're eating sugar, they're eating Pop-Tarts, they're eating donuts, they're eating, then if you're on a high carb diet, then you're gonna release more carbon dioxide and have less oxygen. And I see this every day in my patients. They come in and they're having to get on oxygen. And the reason is because of the high carb diet that they're on. So lower your carbs, get more oxygen. If you're having trouble breathing, if you're getting short of breath, then it's not that you need to go to the gym, which you do need to exercise, but you need to take in less carbs. All right, so here we go. So your workouts are going to be better. You're going to have less free radicals. All of that's going to happen. So here's what happens when you eat and you eat these unhealthy low carb things. Is your body actually has rust in it. And that's what the joint aches are all about with the sugar and the high fructose corn syrup and the dextrose and the maltodextrin. Even the xylitol, the maltitol, I don't think those are the healthiest things, okay? Because I've watched people that do a lot of that. they don't get the same results as far as energy, mental clarity, and focus. So let's get the rust out. I don't know about you, but I don't want rust in my body, which is the free radicals. All right, I'm gonna flip over here now. I know I've been on here a while. Yeah, I've been on here about 20 minutes, but you know, I feel like this is important. Okay, so with healthy keto, you're gonna get increased brain function. Don't we all want that? Oh my gosh. And your concentration is gonna improve, your focus, your memory, your cognition, your thinking, your mood is gonna increase. You're gonna have the desire to cook, the desire to create, and you're gonna never need a nap. I never take a nap anymore, and I always thought after lunch I need to go take a nap to finish this day, but I never take a nap anymore. Even if I miss sleep, I just am healthy, okay? Unless I eat carbs or things that I shouldn't, and occasionally I will treat myself, but honestly now I don't even see it as a treat. All right, so here's dirty keto. First of all, it's not quality foods. So why would you put that in your body? It's so you need food and nutrients to build the tissue in your body. But when you're doing dirty keto, you're not putting quality foods in there to build quality tissue. Okay, so just think about that. So you might get unhealthy weight loss, but it's going to lead to aging. And I don't know about you, but I want to reverse aging. Okay. All right, so here's what happens when you go into ketosis. You produce ketones, and that's the byproduct of ketosis, which is fat burning. You're going to burn fat in your organs. Okay, and you can't get there if you're eating carbs. You just can't. It's just not going to work. I don't care about your calorie counting. I met with a woman today, and she said, my husband keeps talking about counting calories, but he's not losing weight. I'm like, I know, you can't after a certain age. If you're insulin resistant, all the calorie counting in the world, you won't drop weight because you're insulin resistant, okay? And I'll do another video on that on another day. So I want to just real quick, I know this has been long, but I want to bring back an old friend, okay? I'm going to bring back an old friend. Here I go. All right, so here we go. Here's my old friend. All right, so everybody listening? Give me some loves if you're listening. All right, so here's my old friend. All right, this is a gallon. This is how much blood you have in your body. So 5 liters, okay? You know, like a 2 liter. So you have 5. So that's about what this is. And when you check your blood sugar on your finger, normal is between 80 to 85 to 90, okay? Normal, all right? And if I were to put the right amount of sugar for it to be 85, it should be 1 teaspoon, all right, in all of this blood. So 1 teaspoon of sugar in all of my body, okay, in all of the blood in my body. Did you know that the average American eats 31 to 35 teaspoons of sugar a day? Okay, so here's what happens. When you eat that sugar, all of that extra sugar, your body cannot absorb it. So what happens is you get excess insulin produced, which insulin is a fat storing hormone, okay? So your insulin goes up, and eventually your body, that's why you can't lose weight after a certain age, eventually your body becomes resistant to the insulin, and so it stores the fat around the middle, okay? And so that's what that is. It's insulin resistant. You put in more than your body could absorb. And I want to help you get it out, okay? So I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley. I'm a physical therapist and health coach, and I want to help you get healthy and enjoy life. And it's not dirty keto. I'm just going to tell you, yes, it works. It will work for you, but not long term. It's not sustainable. You want to be healthy. You don't want to just be on a diet. You want to be a healthy version of you. So if you're interested in my program, I'd love to talk to you about it. Message me. If you want the recipe for the salad dressing, I need your email. I send out a couple of emails a week, so I need your email. Thank you for all the loves and likes. Yeah. And let's see, thank you for joining. Share this video on your page if you've got friends that just can't lose weight. yet, okay? If they just can't, that was me. I had 30 extra pounds, and I was so embarrassed because I was a health practitioner, okay? But if your doctor is putting you on more insulin and more metformin and not offering you health coaching somewhere or another, then fire him. Get a doctor that's interested in getting you off of medicine, not on more medicine, and I'll help you find one, okay? And I'd love to help you. I'd love to coach you. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but sometime this week I'm gonna talk a little bit more about insulin resistance. Okay, one little product I want to show you. Look at this little sweet thing. Okay, you know what this is? This is an Amaryllis Bulb. I love these at Christmas. They have them at Lowe's now. They're $14. This thing in a few weeks is going to shoot up and have all these beautiful red blooms at the top. And every year I get them and I put them in something. Anyway, this is you don't even have to do anything with this. You just have to buy it and have it available. So just want to tell you about that little tip. And I hope you have a great night. And thanks for joining me.